64 mysterious movies, 6 panelists, 1 bracket. All the puzzle pieces laid out on the floor. But we need your help. We can't do it alone. Tonight, perhaps you can help solve a mystery.
Round 1, fight!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Hero Network. I am Austin Pez Howell, your host for this evening, and this is Tournament Fights number 258, our Movie Hero Monthly Mystery Tournament. It's that time again to do our monthly mystery tournament. Jordan and I believe Zach and Brian, I believe, spun the wheel the other night and got our 64 movies that will be in this mystery bracket. We'll be doing our blind voting as we usually do. So let me bring in my panel to help me out for this episode. We'll go to Brian Nussbaum first. How's it going, Brian?
It's going good. I think this is the very first tournament we don't have the heavy hitters. Though Sadler are very rare for tournament fights.
Yeah, no, a couple ones that are suspiciously absent. We've some of those ones we had a lot, so we have some fresh movies in here tonight. We'll see what happens. Also got Zach Shelton. How's it going, Zach?
Good. I always enjoy doing these and interested to see what matchups come up.
Yeah, no, I don't even know the matchups. We'll get into that in a second, so we'll see. We've got Ross Bristow joining us via audio tonight. How's it going, Ross?
I'm doing great. Just saw Gladiator 2. Really liked it. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff. I saw it today as well. And then we've got the Gladiator himself, Dan Skip Maximus. How's it going?
Are you entertained? Well, are you?
That's right.
Slice them and dice them and chop them up and eat them.
Yeah, no, he's here. He's ready to have some fun. He's geared up. He's well protected. We'll have some fun tonight. How it's going to work tonight, guys, as we've got a bracket and with these mystery movies, just to give some fresh matchups and to see what happens and to give these other movies a chance that normally wouldn't happen. With these mystery turns, we do blind voting. So you guys are going to be blind voting simply A or B. A will be the top choice. B will be the bottom choice. And then I will reveal the matchups. And fun fact, Malcolm made the bracket tonight. I haven't even looked at it. I only know the first matchup because that's when you put it into presentation mode, it'll pop the first matchup in front of you. But yeah, other than that, I don't even know the matches. So you guys are going to be voting and then revealing, and I'm going to see the reveal, as much as you guys are. So, but I've got some things in case we have a tie. We'll just rotate the tie-breaking vote as we've been doing. So yeah, I mean that's how we do it. It's pretty easy. So let's have some fun, guys.
Hey! Who wants to have some fun? I do. Now, you just saying you want to have fun, or do you really want to have fun?
I really want to have fun. I'm just saying I want to have some fun.
All right. So we'll start with Dan first here in just a second, and then we'll work our way up the ladder. So, like I said, I don't even know these matchups other than the first one, so this will be a mystery to me as we go along as well. But I'm still not going to participate in the voting because that feels weird. All right. But Dan, A or B? It's very simple.
My last name starts with an A, so I'm going to go with A.
All right, Ross.
My middle name starts with an A, so I'll go with A.
Okay. All right, Zach.
B.
And Brian.
The fourth letter of my name has an A, so A.
All right, so it'll be the A, and that'll be Ted over GoldenEye. So
not bad.
All right, Ted. All right, and then what I'll do is I'll scroll over and then scroll back down. All right, so we'll go to Ross this time. A or B?
My last name starts with a B, so B.
Okay. All right, Zach.
B.
Ryan.
My first letter, my name starts with B, so B.
All right, Dan.
I'm going to stick with A and It worked the last time I did this when I stuck with the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to stick with A.
You can still do what you want, but it'll be B. And B will be Streets of Fire over Rocky. All right, so there we
Come
go.
on, guys! You screwed this up.
Well, they
All
don't.
for fights.
Well, they don't know what it is, so I mean, it is what it is. All right, Streets of Fire moves on.
That's the second time I've been on here where Rocky lost in the first round.
There you go. Well, it happens. Zach,
A.
Brian.
My favorite Disney movie starts with A, so A.
Okay. All right, Dan
A.
and Ross.
A.
All right, clean sweep for A. You guys are really enthusiastic about A. Then it'll be The Replacements over The Hunt for the Wilder People.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
All right. Again, I don't even know this matchup.
Malcolm is
So
not happy about that.
I'm seeing them at the same time you guys are. So let me just
Malcolm is probably
me.
pissed off in the comments about that.
Okay. All right, Brian.
My favorite comedy starts with B, so B.
B. Okay. Dan.
A.
A. All right. Ross.
B.
B. And Brian.
Well, Zach.
Or Zach. I'm sorry. I'm doing two things at once.
Yeah,
Sorry for that.
B.
B. Okay, so it'll be B this time. 3-1, which will be Perks of Wallflower over Old Boy. Perks of being Wallflower over Old Boy.
Oh,
So,
come on.
all right. Malcolm used these goofy posters, so I had to double check what that is. It's hard to see. He used some alternate.
Alternates.
I know he's using some of these alternates. So Malcolm, don't do that if we're doing a mystery tournament. I need to know what it is quickly.
Therefore, that was
So, if you're watching, keep it up. I usually just do that for the favorite episodes. All right, Dan, you're up first.
A.
Yay, Ross.
A.
Zach
A.
and Brian.
All clean sweep at A.
Clean sweep for A. That'll be Y Tu Mamá También over Marriage Story.
No, I'm not that.
Hey.
I like
All right.
Aquaron.
Yeah, the phones are going. All right, Ross, you'll be up next.
B.
B. Zach.
A.
A. Okay.
B.
B and Dan.
A.
Okay, that'll be our first tie. So we'll start with Dan. A or B, or you can flip.
A.
A. Okay, A will be. I guess it's Raiders. Okay. Again, Malcolm, don't use these posters if I don't know what it is. Okay, Raiders.
What's the second one?
That's Groundhog Day. It's gotta be.
Thank God
So,
Raiders beat
Before
that.
that was poster.
all right, so I'm assuming it's Raiders because it's the ball. So, all right.
Yeah, 'cause that's what we want to be all the time.
And I don't want to have to guess on these. Yeah. All right.
The tiebreaker came to me.
That's right. All right. Zach will be up first on this one.
A.
A. Okay. Brian.
I'll go A this time.
A. All right, Dan.
A.
A. And Russ.
B.
B. Okay, but it'll be A. So what do we got here? We got the Wolverine over Django Unchained. It looks like. Okay. All right, the Wolverine. Okay. All right. There goes Django. All right, going down to Brian is up next.
A.
Okay. Dan.
A. Always A for me. Just might as well just.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe he'll decide to change it eventually. Ross.
B.
And Brian.
A.
Zach.
Or sorry, you got. I don't know. Just call out the letters. I'm doing two things at once. I'll just go in order. I'll tell you who's first, and then just call out the letters. All right. So A will win on this one. All right. So that'll be Breakfast Club over Paddington. So,
That bear.
I bet you that makes Austin happy.
I know. Yeah. No, I can go back to my thing, and yeah.
It's not that bad. I like the Paddington movies.
I don't like them.
They're actually good movies.
Okay.
It's part of a little family.
Okay. All right. So this time, y'all just go in your order on the screen, but Dan will be first. So y'all just call him out.
A.
Okay.
A.
Ross, that's your cue. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A.
Okay.
A.
Okay. What does Zach say?
A.
Okay, I think you jumped the gun a little bit, Brian. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
sorry
So
about that.
yeah. Okay. So we got Nightmare 4, The Dream Master over The Transporter. Okay. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Randy Harlan movie. All right. Going down, and this time it'll be Ross.
B.
B. Okay.
B.
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 A.
Yeah, okay, so it'll be B. B is going to be Talladega Nights over Jingle All the Way, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. A little comedy matchup there.
Shake and bake.
Okay, shake and bake. All right, moving on down. Zach will be up first on this one.
B.
I'll go B as well.
Okay.
A.
Ross.
A.
Okay, so that'll be a tie to Ross.
A.
Okay. So A will be Grind over Avengers Endgame.
Oh.
We all screwed up with that one, boy.
Well,
I know
mean,
why.
Well, this is why we do blind voting, because in any other universe would Grind beat Avengers Endgame? No.
No.
There we go.
Just like I remember one time on one of these, Jack and Jill beat The Godfather. I remember on one of these blind votings.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So one Al Pacino movie beat the other Al Pacino movie. Huh?
Okay. All right. I'm just doing my names here real quick. Scooting on down. All right. Here we go. Next will be Brian.
A.
All right.
A.
A. Ross.
A.
Okay.
B.
Okay. So it'll be A 3-1, and that'll be the Maltese Falcon over.
What is that movie? American History X?
Saw? Is that Saw?
I know it says a Martin Scorsese. So I don't know what that says.
It's like the Saw at the
Malcolm will
bottom.
tell us in the chat.
Malcolm, what the hell is that? You're watching. I don't know what that is. Let me scoot in some more, see if I can tell what the hell.
Silence? Is that Silence?
No.
It says, I think it says Martin Scorsese, but I can't tell what it is. A Taxi Driver, maybe? Yeah,
No.
Taxi Driver. It says a fair. There's a fair thing there, so Taxi Driver. Okay. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh man.
Okay, Malcolm, use regular posters, buddy. Next time. Okay.
Taxi
All right.
Driver lost to the Maltese Falcon, but I love both movies.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell on that one because there's no title on it. Okay. All right. Let's get it back over. Okay. Dan.
A.
Okay. All right.
B.
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 I'll make a tie. A.
Okay, it'll be a tie to Zach then.
B.
B. Okay, B will be Aladdin over Alice in Wonderland.
Both my
Disney matchup
movies.
there.
Oh, good
Okay.
job, Zach.
All right, there you go. Okay. All right, scroll on down. Next will be Ross.
A.
Hey.
A.
A.
Sorry.
A.
I
One at a time, guys. Yeah,
I
one
went
at a time.
I went out of turn by accident. I apologize. A.
Okay, clean sweep. And that'll be LA Confidential over Schindler's List. That's a tough matchup there.
Hey, no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Good job.
I'm not mad at that. I love both movies. So
Yeah, I love both of them. They're
Good
both
job,
good.
guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
LA Confidential. All right. Maybe we'll have a good panel for LA Confidential tonight. I love that movie. All right, Zach.
A.
All right.
B.
Okay.
A.
And Ross.
B.
Okay, it's a tie to Brian.
I'll go A.
Okay, A. That'll be In the Heights over Moana.
Oh, good job.
Nope.
John M. Chu.
John M. Chu, yeah, movie in theaters right now. In theaters now, yep.
Yeah, perfect timing for that. Good job.
Okay. All right. Going down to Brian.
B.
B.
A.
Okay. Ross.
A.
Zach.
A.
Hey, all right, A 3-1, and that will be Once Upon a Time in the West over the Thin Red Line.
Yes.
Hey, a
What
little
is
Western
that?
action.
That?
Oh,
Little Western action, Dan. There you
this
go.
is why I was chosen for this. There's
right.
so many of my movies on here.
Well, there you go. All right, and that's it for that side. So there we
Not
go,
bad,
guys.
40 minutes.
Not too bad. Yeah, there we go. All right, first side is complete. We've got basically our second round matchups, but yeah, we got some interesting ones coming up. So this will be
Yeah.
fascinating when we get there. All right, almost to the top here, and then we will scroll on over. I got to be careful not to not to reveal too many of the matchups here. So we go right about there. All right.
I'd say we only got really the Rocky one wrong. Other than that, I can live with all the other ones.
Okay. All right. Let me scoot my names down here and then we'll get going. All right. First up will be Dan. Sticking with A.
Yep, always going with A because I want you guys to make the decision.
Okay. All right. Ross.
A.
Okay.
B.
And Brian.
B.
Okay. So Dan sticking with A, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay, a tiebreaker. All right, that'll be Fellowship of the Ring over the Stepfather.
Oh,
Okay.
good job.
All right.
My
Okay,
favorite of the Lord of the Rings movies.
there you go. Okay. All right. Scrolling on down. Ross.
B.
Mm-hmm.
A.
I'll go A as well.
Okay.
A.
All right. Another A, and it'll be Wayne's World over Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Good job,
Time,
guys.
excellent.
Wayne's World. Okay. All right. Scrolling on down. Next will be Zach.
B.
B.
Right. Dan. A.
Oh, A.
Okay. Ross.
A.
A. Okay. It'll be a tie to Ross.
B.
Okay. All right. B it is, and B will be Locke over Liar Liar. Okay.
Hey, that's a good matchup, though. That's a
Not
good
bad. Not
choice.
bad. Not bad.
Well, he's
Not
got
bad
a lot
at all.
of games for
So
97.
two good movies. Brian.
A.
Okay.
A.
Ross.
A.
Okay.
B.
B. All right. 3-1 for A. A. This time will be Her over Up in the Air. So that's a good match. Two good movies.
Yep.
All right.
This community loves her.
Yes, they sure
He
do.
was
They
up there
deserve.
as well.
Yep. Up in the Air is good too. All right. Dan.
A.
With A. Okay. Ross.
A.
B.
All right.
B.
B. Okay. It is a tie to Zach.
B.
B. Okay. B will be Speed Racer over the Edge of 17. Okay. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm just checking the comments real quick. Oh yeah, Caro's rooting for a Western to win, so we'll see what happens. Because if anybody who saw Jonathan Caro's 64, Dan, The Good and Bad and the Ugly won his top 64 favorite movies. So
Oh, yeah, I wasn't invited for that. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jonathan. But hey,
no, he gets to he's gonna pick, man, and it was a full episode, so it is what it is. Sorry about that.
nah, it's all right. I just giving him a hard
But
time.
I figured you'd be happy to hear that Good, Bad, and the Ugly won that one. So
That was, yeah. See, I probably get you on mine, Jonathan, but I know how things are. I don't know. I might.
There you go. All right, Ross.
A.
Okay, so
Oh, B.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot the order for a second.
there you go.
I'll go B as
Alright.
well.
Okay, and I guess Dan's going A.
A,
All right, so
yeah,
it'll be
A.
a tie to. Is it Zach or Brian? I think
Yeah,
Brian.
Brian. Okay, yeah, I forgot to move my X up. Sorry about that. Yeah, Brian.
I'll stick with B.
B. Okay, B will be. Looks like Casino Royale over La La Land.
Wow, what a match!
Okay.
That
What a
was.
match, though. Yeah, hell of a match. Okay.
And I got it's 128. I meant Caro.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he knows what you meant. Yeah, for sure. All right. Next up will be Zach.
A.
Okay.
I'll also go with A.
Okay.
A.
A and Ross.
A.
All right, clean sweep it.
Let's see.
A will be Con Air over Batman Begins.
Oh,
Okay,
because Cage fans out there are gonna be happy about that.
that's right. I like Con Air. All right, we'll talk about it. Okay, scrolling on down. Brian is up first.
B.
B. Okay. Dan's
A.
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 Ross.
A.
Okay, and Zach.
A.
Okay, 3-1 for A. This time it'll be Little Shop of Horrors over Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, phew. You guys dodged the bullet on that one.
Woo, hello. Okay, that's fun for the whole family right there.
Yes, it
Right.
is.
All right, sure is. Okay, next is Dan, sticking with A.
A. Yep.
Or Ross, excuse me. Sorry about that.
A. Sticking with A.
Yep. Zach?
B.
B. All right.
I'll go B as well.
Okay, so it'll be tied back down to Dan, so I'm assuming he's going to stick with A.
Yep.
Okay, and that'll be Scream over Blue Ruin. Horror matchup.
I can
My
live with that.
favorite.
I can live with that.
All right, sounds good. Okay. All right.
Blue
another
Ruin's
match.
good though if you haven't seen it, guys.
Okay, Ross.
A.
A.
Okay.
I'll go A as well.
It's run out of ink. Okay. All right. And Dan, clean sweep it.
Yep. A.
Clean sweep for A. Okay, here we go. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves over Knives Out.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. I love it. That is perfect.
I love both movies though.
Okay.
Oh.
There
Not
we
enough
go.
people like a Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and I don't understand.
I don't. We'll talk. I don't like it. I think that movie's corny as hell. All right, with bad accents. Zach.
B.
Mm-hmm.
B as well.
Okay.
A.
And Ross.
A.
Okay, it'll be a tie to Ross this time.
A.
Okay, A will be a Christmas gift from Bob over the greatest game ever played.
What the fuck
the?
is the Christmas gift from Bob?
That's a Malcolm movie. It is 128.
Okay. all
If
right.
you haven't seen the greatest game ever played, guys, one of the best golf/sports.
It is.
All right. I've seen
Underrated
it.
movie. Greatest game ever played. Underrated.
Okay. Brian, you're up.
B.
Okay. All right. Dante A and Russ.
A.
A.
Okay. Zach.
A.
Okay, 3-1 for A, and that'll be Goon over Black Friday. Okay,
Oh, another hockey movie, another sports movie.
Sports
This is
movie,
why
yeah.
I got picked for this, because all the sports movies.
sports movies. There you go. Okay, scrolling down. We're almost done here. Got Dan up first. Okay, and Russ.
A.
Okay,
A.
okay.
Oxy Stupid. A.
Clean sweep it. All right, that'll be Spider-Man: No Way Home over the Social Network. Tough matchup there.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
hey, I'll take it.
All right. I'm pretty sure that's the No Way Home one. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yes, it is because it has no change.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, little Doc Ock in there. All right, going down a couple more. Looks like maybe about 3 more matchups. We're almost there. Ross.
A.
A. Okay.
B.
B. Ryan.
I'll go B.
Okay, and Dan's going A.
Hey.
All right, so that'll be a tie to Zach.
B.
B. B will be Pirates of the Caribbean: Outworld's End over
Ah!
Cinderella Man. Okay.
Oh, no. Come on,
No.
I
guys.
would be happy for that one.
That would have been another sports movie getting in there if it had won. So,
I love
yeah.
Cinderella Man.
Oh yeah.
So do I. And again, you never know what it's going to be.
You never know what it's going to be, but
You're right, Zach. You're right.
Cinderella Man did win Dan a 2005 tournament, so it is a tournament fight winner.
did it?
It's it won one of the 2005 parts. I think it won part one,
lot of series.
part 1 or 2, or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's
First
a
championship.
former tournament winner.
I
But
didn't know
oh yeah, Zach.
A.
I'll go A as well.
A.
All right, and Ross.
A.
All right, clean sweep. And that'll be looks like the Prince of Egypt over heavyweights.
I'm happy for
Oh,
that.
A. Not that. I'm
Dodged the bullet.
All right,
no.
I like heavyweights.
No. Austin and I are like big heavyweights defenders.
I love heavyweights.
So am I. Well, so am I.
Heavyweights is great. I think this is the last one for the blind round, and then we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming. Brian.
B.
Okay.
A.
Okay. Ross.
A.
Okay. And Zach.
A.
All right. 3-1. Final one. A over B, and that will be the Thing over Zodiac.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What another
Yeah.
good matchup that was.
Hell of a match, though. Hell of a match. Yes.
I got
All
some good
right,
matchups
you guys.
now.
Yeah, we got some good stuff going on. So
I'd say
yeah,
we
man.
only
Got some
dropped the
very
ball.
interesting matchups. Yeah, and then a lot of stuff that probably wouldn't have gone through otherwise. So that's what I like to see on these blind votings. All right, we'll get back with regular scheduled programming. Just kind of regular tournament fights rules, and we'll go through this round, and then we'll go to the speed round after that. You guys know how it works. You know, 30 seconds or less. Just get your quick thoughts in there, and then we'll jot down the votes. So Dan, we got Ted and Streets of Fire.
Streets of Fire or Ted. I like Seth MacFarlane, and I like him. The whole Boston accent, the whole Boston thing going on with Ted. So I'll go with Ted.
And all right, Ross.
I love Ted, and but like he actually the family guy Ted almost didn't happen because Seth MacFarlane almost died. So yeah.
All right, Zach.
Yeah. I enjoy Ted. Haven't seen Streets of Fire, so I'm going to go with Ted.
Okay, and Brian.
Haven't seen Street of Fire. I love Ted. It's a great comedy. I love Giovanni BC as the villain. So Ted.
Okay, and I'll get the pity vote for Streets of Fire because this is one of my wild cards I put in there. This is one of the movie I've always advocated for. If you guys want to see a really fun, it's not a musical, it's a music kind of action movie. If that appeals to you, Michael Paré, Willem Dafoe's the villain. You got Diane Lane. If you want to see Rick Moranis play a complete asshole in 1984,
Yeah.
than anything he's ever done, just playing this asshole music manager and not really being comedic. It's a lot of fun, but great rock music and just cool stuff in the background. But it's basically a rock action movie. It's really fun if you haven't seen it. Really underrated. So I'll give it a video. But Ted,
And then also like Seth MacFarlane one day gets drunk, sleeps through his plane, and the plane that he missed was the one that hit the North Tower on September 11th.
I can't remember if that's true or if that's like an urban myth. I can't remember that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I thought there was something about Jackie Chan and the same thing, but I'd have to look that up, see if that's actually true or just kind of an urban legend.
Yeah.
But the replacements against the perks of being a wallflower. So Ross.
The Perks of Being a Wallflower, is literally I love it. So yeah, but the replacements is good. But I'm gonna go with the Perks of Being a Wallflower. I think it's the better movie.
Okay. Zach?
Yeah, I really like Perks of Being a Wallflower. I actually own it. But The Replacements is in my top 64. I think it has great performances, great comedy all around. So The Replacements.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah, both were blind spots to me, but I'll go with Person Being Wildflower because I love a good coming-of-age movie.
I have not seen Perks of Being a Wallflower yet. It's just a blind spot of mine. I'm sure I'll get to it at some point. Replacements is okay. I don't love it, but I think it's all right. But I'll go with Replacements because I've seen it. But Dan?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Perks of Being a Wallflower, but I mean, one of my, I'm not a big comedy sports guy, but one of the ones I do like a lot is The Replacements. Is such a fun movie. I mean, it's a who's who. You look at that cast, it's like, wow, everybody's in this thing. Will all become massive people in the last 10 years or so. So I'm going to go the underdog here and go with The Replacements.
All right. Well, that breaks the tie. At least with 5 people now, we don't have any ties, so that's good. But yeah, The Replacements moves on. Okay. We got Y Tu Mamá También and Raiders of the Lost Ark. So again, these matchups, I like these blind rounds because you get matchups that basically will only happen on tournament fights. So it's always interesting. Zach?
Yeah, I've been on this channel and these tournament fights. I've heard of Y Tu Mamá También a lot. Just haven't seen it, and I really like Raiders of the Lost Ark, so Raiders.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah, not a big foreign language person, so I haven't seen too much yet, but yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark is my second favorite Indiana Jones film, so I'll go Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, I've seen Y Tu Mamá También, but it's been a minute. I remember renting it in like 2003 or 2004 or something when I was renting a lot of stuff, heard some things about it. I've been meaning to go back and watch it, but yeah, I'll stick with Raiders this time. Dan?
Yeah, I like early Cuarón. I mean, Iñárritu. I mean, I'm sorry. I like early Iñárritu, but when I did my My Life, My Love, 50 Years in Film, 1981, one of my favorite film, 1981, was Raiders of the Lost Ark. So how can I go against one of my top favorite films of all time? Raiders of the Lost Ark. But if you really want to look into Iñárritu's early stuff, it's better than his later stuff.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually Cuarón, not Iñárritu, by the way, for each one.
Yeah, I thought you were right on with the Quran because I was going to check.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he is. I looked it up.
No, it's he did. Iñárritu did. God Almighty, another one that came out around the same time. I just got them mixed up, is what it was.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I can look up and see what that was. But yeah, Ross.
I'm gonna go with like Raiders, but I do like the other one, but remember when the Indiana Jones movies used to be amazing? Me too. It makes me sad, but Raiders.
Yeah, me as well. All right, Raiders with a clean sweep here. I figured that would happen. Going down to the Wolverine against the Breakfast Club. Brian.
Yeah, which style do you prefer? I'm not a big Breakfast Club person. I find it a bit overrated. So I do quite enjoy the Wolverine, so I'll go to Wolverine.
Yeah, this is an interesting one because I think the Wolverine is perfectly entertaining and watchable. But man, it's been a minute since I've seen it. Yeah, I'm not over the moon about The Breakfast Club, but I do like it, and I've seen it in the theater, and it's good stuff. So I'll go with Breakfast Club.
I'm going with The Breakfast Club.
Okay, Ross.
I do like the Wolverine. It has that great line, that like foreshadow Logan. But the Breakfast Club is iconic, and then like it's pretty. I mean, like it's not hokey to me at all. So yeah, you know what, the Breakfast Club.
Okay, and Zach.
Yeah, so I really like the Wolverine. The ending is a little ridiculous, but that sometimes you need ridiculous in these types of movies. But I'm gonna go with Breakfast Club because I've seen it more and I enjoy it.
It's a Morris Paris. I already looked it up for Inuritu.
Yeah. There you go. All right, so Breakfast Club, move on. And just want to say, Jordan texted me. He's at least listening to the episode. Said he watched Streets of Fire for this one. Just get letting. And said, but he did enjoy it. He said it was awesome. So and it's on my Vudu, so I'm glad he watched it. Yeah, the movie rules. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But Breakfast Club moves on for this one. Going down to Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, and Talladega Nights. Dan. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not including myself in this. I forgot to put myself down for this. My bad. I kept writing the same order I did for the blind round. My bad. So I should be going first on this one. I like Talladega Nights. I'm not over the moon about it. And I'm a big horror guy, and I love the Nightmare movies. And the fourth one was a lot of fun. Yeah, with Rennie Harlan at the helm and good protagonist. So, I'll go Nightmare on this one. See what happens. Dan?
Yeah, I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan. But I am a big sports fan, and this is one of the few Will Ferrell movies that I actually like. It is, Takeoff of Days of Thunder, and I'm in a good Will Ferrell mood right now after Will and Harper. He's in good graces with me right now, so I'm going with Talladega Nights.
I hope he keeps doing interesting movies like that, Dan, because he can be a good actor when he wants to be, and yeah, he's good.
Yeah, Will Harper's pretty good. It's about top 12.
There you go, Ross.
Oh, I do like Talladega Nights, but like I've actually met the cinematographer of Nightmare on Elm Street for that Roy Wagner. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah, so I haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and I'm very hit and miss with Will Ferrell. Like a lot of his big movies, I'm just not as big of a fan of anymore. But Talladega Nights is one of the ones that I feel still holds up and is still funny to me. So I'm going to go Talladega Nights.
Okay, and Brian finishes off.
Yeah, not a horror person, but Talladega Nights is a great sports comedy in the 2000s. It always makes me laugh, so Talladega Nights.
Okay, Talladega moves on. All right, going down to Grind, which beat Avengers Endgame in the blind round, and The Maltese Falcon. So two movies that probably wouldn't normally go through. So now it's Dan, because I actually included myself on that last one. But now, Dan, we're back to you.
Yeah, I'm a massive Humphrey Bogart fan. I love The Maltese Falcon, and this is the first, I believe, movie that coined the phrase MacGuffin by Ebert and Roper, Siskel and Ebert. If you know the term MacGuffin, it's because of movies like The Maltese Falcon, and I love this movie.
Okay, yeah, Chris Scott, I'm sure, loves it too. He's a big Bogart guy. Ross?
I do love The Maltese Falcon. Grind's okay. And then if they ever remake this movie, the Peter Lorre, wait though, the Peter Lorre part should be played by Andy Serkis. But yeah, The Maltese Falcon's great. So yeah, I'm going to go with The Maltese Falcon.
Okay. Zach?
I haven't seen either, but of these two, I'm probably more likely to want to see Maltese Falcon first. So,
all right.
Maltese Falcon.
Yeah. Brian?
I haven't seen either one, but I'll go with Maltese Falcon because it's coming up with a lot of trivia matches. So, Maltese Falcon.
Yeah, I've seen both. Saw Grind in theaters when it came out. It's whatever, It's got a Bam Margera cameo at the end. It's fine. Maltese Falcon. I don't always know exactly what's going on when I'm watching it, but I do enjoy the performances and everything, how it's shot and everything. So I'll go Maltese on this one. We'll see how far it goes. Maltese moves on. All right, got Aladdin and LA Confidential. All right, this will be an interesting one. Ross?
Oh, I do love Aladdin. In fact, it was the first movie I ever saw, but LA Confidential, is an all-timer for me. Yeah, so LA Confidential.
Okay. Zach?
Yeah, this is easy for me. Aladdin is in my top 64, and LA Confidential is on my list to see. Just have not gotten around to it, but I definitely want to. So I'm going to go with Aladdin.
All right. Brian?
This is easy. Allows my favorite Disney movie. LA Confidential is good, but it'll probably with the nice Aladdin series coming up, so I'll go with Aladdin.
Yeah, no, I mean Aladdin's great. I do like it, but you know what? LA Confidential is a damn near perfect movie, and I'm really high on it. And I've watched it a couple times since I first watched it about a year ago. So I love it. I'll go LA Confidential. Dan.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Aladdin is amazing, and I think Aladdin's done well in this community over the years. I just don't think a lot of people don't understand how good LA Confidential is, and it's just one of those movies. It's just like almost like you said, Austin. It's like a perfect movie, and I don't remember. Was it 97?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think either I had it close to my top of that year, or it might have been. I don't remember if I had a tie that year or not. But it's my buddy of mine's favorite movie of all time. But I just love. I mean, Guy Pearce, Russell Crowe. I mean. He Who Must Not Be Named. Some other
Danny DeVito is great in that movie.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. So James Cromwell, who's good as the captain. God. Yeah.
What's her name? Won an Oscar.
Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger won an Oscar for this. So yeah, I gotta go with LA Confidential.
Yeah, and then also too, do not thank goodness that like Jacob Cameron's on this panel right now because he hates LA Confidential.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, got In the Heights, John M. Chu, who has Wicked in theaters right now, and Once Upon a Time in the West from Sergio Leone. Zach.
Yeah, I've seen some westerns. There's others like Once Upon a Time in the West I just haven't gotten around to yet. But I have seen In the Heights, and I am a musicals person, and I did enjoy In the Heights, so I'm going to give a slight edge to In the Heights.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah, What's Upon a Time in the West is a blind spot for me, but I do have a lot of fun with In the Heights, so In the Heights.
Yeah, so I've seen both. I'm not a big fan of In the Heights. I watched it on Max. I'm not a musical guy, and I just thought there was too many songs in this one. It's like every time we started to get some momentum with some good story dialogue, like literally there's songs back to back in that movie, like with no break, and it's just that bothers me. I'm a big Sergio Leone spaghetti western guy. Dan knows this, so yeah, I'm going Once Upon a Time in the West. That movie's a masterpiece. I'll use it and put up the graphic. That's right. Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, I think John M. Chu has directed 3 perfect movies in a row, including In the Heights, and I absolutely love it. I think it got kind of messed up because of COVID, and then they were putting all these press screenings out. Like there was 7 preview screenings just in Orlando alone, but people could go see it for free. So when you're giving the movie away, people aren't going to pay to go see it when you can give it away, and then it was on Max. So I think it was unjustly. It had some really bad things going against it. I think it's an amazing movie. But Once Upon a Time in the West is my second favorite Western, or top 3 favorite Western of all time, and it's incredible. It's got great music, great acting. Sorry, I'm going longer than 30 seconds, but
it's all right.
I love Once Upon a Time in the West. So. Sorry, Louis A. Mendez, my co-host on Real Consideration, but I have to go with Once Upon a Time in the West.
Okay, and Ross.
I do love In the Heights, but I actually think that like Once Upon the West actually has the greatest long take. I mean, like the greatest one take in the history of film. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Once Upon a Time in the West.
Okay. All right. Once a little Western action in there. All right. So there it goes. All right. And we'll jump to the other side and see what joins it before we hit the speed round. All right. Going over to see what other matches we got. We got Fellowship of the Ring and Wayne's World kicking us off. Brian.
Yeah, I'm not a big Miller person. I do enjoy Wayne's World a lot, so Wayne's World.
Yeah, I'm not a big Lord of the Rings guy either. I respect the movies for what they are. I think they're good, but I'll go Wayne's World here. I'm more likely to go back and watch that. Dan?
Yeah, I think of all the Lord of the Rings movies, the Fellowship of the Ring is the best one. It gets things started. It gets them on their track, their mission, and you get the band together. It's got a lot of interesting, fun stuff going on where some of the other ones are kind of dark. I really enjoy getting the band together. And they start the mission off before they split off. So, and Wayne's World is good. Don't get me wrong. I've watched SNL when these skits were on there. I was, but I gotta go with Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Fellowship. All right. You looking forward to the anime movie that's coming out, Dan?
Oh, I cannot wait for the War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. See, I'm not a big anime guy. That's probably why I might skip it. I'm just not an anime guy.
I
But
think Chris
see what happens.
enjoy because he's big into anime.
Yeah, for sure. Ross.
Oh, okay. I do like Wayne's World, but like I love Lord of the Rings. I just rewatched them with my girlfriend, and she'd like never seen them. I mean, she's seen them like she was a little kid, and that like she was crying at the end of Return of the King. So yeah, she loved it. So Lord of the Rings is amazing.
All right, and Zach.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup because I've seen both and I like both, but it's been a while since I've seen either. I feel like we get Lord of the Rings a lot on here, so I might want to champion Wayne's World for this one. But they are like neck and neck, though.
Okay, well, Wayne's World takes out Fellowship of the Ring, so there you go. All right, going down to Locke with Tom Hardy and Her with Joaquin. Yeah, these are both really good. Yeah, Locke, a great One Crazy Night, One Location movie, good stuff. But yeah, I rewatched Her not long ago, and yeah, that movie's great. And I forget how good that movie is. And that movie is basically coming true right now. So I'll go with Her. Dan?
Yeah, I had a double feature of Locke and what was the one with Scarlett Johansson where she was an alien?
Under the Skin.
Under the Skin. That was a double feature one day. What a double feature that was. I you don't get those double features once in a while. We're like, wow, holy crap, that's crazy. But Her is what ever since Gladiator, I've really become a massive Joaquin Phoenix fan. And Her is one of those movies where you say, there's a reason why you're a Joaquin Phoenix fan. It is fantastic, and I love Her. So I'm going to go with Her.
Okay. Russ?
Oh, I'm going to go with Her, because, like you already said, Austin, about, like how it's the future. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go with Her.
Yeah, Zach?
I enjoy Her. Haven't gotten around to Locke yet, but I did enjoy Her, so Her. Okay.
And Brian?
I will also go with Her on this one.
Okay, clean sweep it for Joaquin and Scarlett with Her. All right, going down to Speed Racer versus Casino Royale. So we got Martin Campbell versus the Wachowskis. Dan.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I was a fan of Daniel Craig in Layer Cake, and people like, who's this guy? Who did they cast as James Bond? I don't know if this is going to work. And I said, have you read any of the James Bond books? Do you know what James Bond looks like? He looks like the way Daniel Craig looks. And when I saw this movie, I was absolutely blown away by every aspect of Casino Royale. That being said, Speed Racer is good, but it's not even on the level of Casino Royale. The villain, Lashif, and I'm a poker player, like a side deal, kind of thing. I like to play a little poker once in a while, and I love the poker game. Of course, it's such a fake poker game, but
it's so fake when everybody's got a ridiculously good hand. It's completely unrealistic and unstatistical.
That's exactly it.
The lowest hand in that round is like a full house, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. So, but I love Casino Royale. Everything else about that movie, I love that movie.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way at least three of those guys wouldn't have busted out with nothing. You know what I mean? Like, come on, that's how every poker game works, or like a pair. Like, come on, nobody just had a pair. Come on, get out of here, Ross.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I do like Speed Racer, but I think that Casino Royale might be my second favorite Bond movie, so I'm gonna go with Casino Royale.
All right, Zach.
Yeah. So, as far as Casino Royale, I have only seen some of the James Bond movies, and they're some of the earlier ones. I just haven't gotten around to Daniel Craig yet, but I will eventually. And as far as Speed Racer, I saw it for the first time a couple years ago, and it's actually better than I thought it was going to be. It has some good action. It has some good performances. It's not the best movie, but because I've seen it, I'm going to go Speed Racer.
All right, Brian.
I'll go pull Wolf out this one, and I grew up with both of these movies. But yeah, I'll go with Casino Royale because better movie.
Yeah, Speed Racer gives me a headache. I'll go with Casino Royale. Just gives me a migraine. All right, Casino Royale. It'll be Con Air versus Little Shop of Horrors. This is definitely a only on tournament fight type matchup for sure. Ross.
I'm gonna actually I do like Little Shop of Horrors. I love it, but actually I'm gonna go with Con Air. It's actually kind of a fun underrated 90s action movie, and then like there's so many memes about it. I love it, so I'm gonna go with Con Air.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah, so I've seen both, but I need to revisit Little Shop of Horrors. I wasn't a huge fan the first time I saw it, but I'm willing to give it another chance. And this might be a little bit of a spoiler, but Con Air is going to be in my 128 when it gets here. So because of that, Con Air.
Okay, Brian.
I will go with Little Shop of Horrors this one. You'll see that much turf fights is a great musical, and Rick Moranis is pretty good in this film. So, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. Well, Zach, I'll one up you. Con Air is in my 128. I love Con Air. I think that movie is ridiculously entertaining. It's probably, it plays like a Michael Bay movie, only it's slightly better. Yeah, great cast, great characters, super, super entertaining, flies by. I dig it so much. So I've loved that movie for a long time. So I'll go Con Air. Dan?
Yeah, I mean the 80s is filled with so many great classics, and Little Shop of Horrors is one of those classics that came out in the 80s. You're just like, dang, it's just like every year there's movies like this that you just absolutely love. When I was growing up, but that decade of the 90s, it was like Nicolas Cage was on fire. I mean, it was like banger after banger after banger, and one of them was Con Air, and it's just like this guy is just on fire right now, and he can't miss. And Con Air is a fun movie. It's just a fun, good action movie where the decade of the action movie in the 90s. But so I'm going to go with Con Air.
Con Air, okay. Nick Cage. All right, and going down to Scream and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Zach.
This is actually an easy matchup for me. Some people know this. Not the biggest fan of Scream. Never really got hooked into it. And I've seen Robin Hood Prince of Thieves. It's better than than people think of it. And so I'm going to go with Robin Hood Prince of Thieves.
Okay. Brian.
Yeah, I love Scream. It's great. I'm not a big horror person, but this is one of the movies I do enjoy. But I've seen Scream a lot while I have 4 tournaments, so I'll go Prince of Thieves. You don't see that much turf fights.
Yeah, I don't like most Robin Hood movies. I think they made too damn many of them, and I think most of them are not great. I'm not a big fan of this one. I think the only one I truly, really love is The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn. That movie's great. I don't really love any of the other ones. Yeah, Scream, yeah, I like the movie. I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise in general, but I'll go with Scream. Dan?
Yeah, this is a tough one for me because of all the Scream movies, the original Scream was good, and I enjoyed it, and then they just go downhill after that. Except for the last couple have been decent. The reboots, I guess they're the reboots. I don't know how would you rebrand. I don't know how you would say with the last. But I'm a massive Kevin Costner fan. I love Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. The song from this was my high school senior year song, 1993. I'm dating myself here. So I love this movie. I love the Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman. I know the accent of him go in and out and stuff. Christian Slater,
Alan Rickman.
I mean, I just love this movie. What can I say? It's one of those guilty pleasures that I just can't tell people that I don't like it because I do like it. So I'm going with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Okay, and Ross.
I do like both these, but I'm actually going to go with Robin Hood because we don't see it that much. And actually, that's me and my girlfriend's song is a song that Dan was talking about. So yeah, I do. I know it is corny, but Alan Rickman was amazing in that movie. So yeah,
all right. So yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Moves on. All right, going down to Christmas gift from Bob and Goon. So again, this is a Malcolm one. Is anybody voting for it? I don't even know what it is. I've never seen it. Yeah, Goon is great. If you haven't seen Goon, Goon's awesome.
It's K as well, being a K film.
Yeah. Goon is a fun, rock'em sock'em kind of hockey movie. It's a good time. So are we all just gonna put through Goon? Sorry,
Yeah.
I put Goon
I don't know what this cat movie is. Anyway, we'll skip that one. All right, so we'll go Spider-Man: No Way Home and Pirates of the Caribbean: At World's End.
Okay.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, both good movies. Spider-Man was great. MCU movie was the best films of Phase 4. Pirates of the Caribbean 3 is decent. I will go with Pirates of the Caribbean on this one. See how it goes.
Okay, I think I'll go with Spider-Man. I'm more likely to rewatch that one. At World's End was just a little too long for me, and it kind of drags a lot in the middle. Good finale, but man, that movie drags. Kind of my least favorite of those original trilogy of the Pirates movies. Yeah, they pretty much go in order: the first one, second one, and then the third one. So I'll go Spider-Man here. Dan.
Yeah, really awesome. Took the words out of my mouth. I mean, you talked about two trilogies, the third of the trilogies, and this hammers the trilogy home and makes you like, wow, 3 incredible Spider-Man movies, and then the third Pirates movies. They get progressively worse as 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, it's obvious here for me. Spider-Man 3 in that trilogy is amazing. So I'm going.
All right, Ross.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man. I do like it, but like Pirates is okay. Just but yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home was actually better than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay, and Zach.
Yeah, I actually think this is a good matchup. I like Spider-Man No Way Home. I like the nostalgia and just all that you see in there, but it's also a good, heartfelt story. But I'm going to go with Pirates because even though it's not as great as the first two, I still think it's a fun movie, and you still get those characters and a whole new adventure. So I'm going to go with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, but Spider-Man 3-2. And then we got the Prince of Egypt and The Thing, and I think this is our final matchup here. So, me first, it's if Prince of Egypt was very good, but I've only seen it twice. So I wouldn't mind if it went through, and it's very good. But yeah, I'll stick with The Thing here. Dan.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I think top 2 or 3 is The Thing, and this movie is. And when it comes to like horror movies, it's like almost like a perfect horror movie. I mean, it's like John Carpenter was on fire in this time in his career, and this proves, So I got to go with The Thing here. I'm not even going to talk about the other one. That's I love The Thing.
Okay, Ross.
I do love The Prince of Egypt. It's one of the most gorgeous films I've ever seen. But The Thing is one of the only films where I think where it's set in a wide open nature, and it still gives you a claustrophobic feeling. So yeah, so I'm gonna go with The Thing. It's my second favorite horror movie ever.
Yeah, Zach.
This is easy for me. Yes, I like The Prince of Egypt, but The Thing is actually my favorite horror movie of all time. And last year earlier this year, I got to meet Keith David, which was a great thing. So I'm going to go with The Thing.
Okay, and Brian.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Pez Howell this one. It's a great visually animated movie, great open sequence, and a great score by Hans Zimmer. I'm gonna go Pez Howell.
Okay, no, fair enough. And but The Thing will move on. All right, so that is it. We are going to our speed round, and we'll see what wins this mystery tournament for tonight. Since Rocky got knocked out, Dan, I'll throw it to Mickey this time.
But first, you gotta get speed. Demon speed. Speed's what we need. We need greasy, fast speed.
All right, greasy, fast speed. That's right. All right, you tell him, Mickey. All right, so we're just gonna again no theme tonight, so we'll just see what happens. It's just a mystery tournament, so anything can happen here. All right, speed round. You guys know how it works. Ted versus the Replacements. Dan, kick it off.
I gotta go with the Replacements here. I like Ted a lot. Yeah,
right.
Replacements.
Okay, Ross.
Ted.
Okay, Zach.
The Replacements.
Okay, Brian.
Flash, Ted.
I'll go with the Replacements. They're about even for me, though. All right, so the Replacements moves on. We got Raiders and Breakfast Club. Ross?
I'm going to go with Raiders.
Raiders. Zach?
Breakfast Club.
Okay, Brian?
Raiders.
I'll go Raiders. Dan?
Yeah, this is no-brainer for me. The Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Down to Talladega Nights and the Maltese Falcon. Zach?
Talladega Nights.
Okay, Brian.
Shake and bake. Talladega Nights.
I'll go with Maltese Falcon. Dan.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Maltese Falcon here too. I just absolutely love Humphrey Bogart and this movie.
All right, Russ.
The Maltese Falcon.
Ooh, a little bit of an upset. Hanging on. All right, Chris Scott would be happy about that. I'll have to text him.
Yeah.
Let him know a Bogart movie made in the Elite Eight tonight. Excellent. All right, LA Confidential and Once Upon a Time in the West. Ooh, this might be the toughest one for me and Dan here. This is going to be a tricky one. Brian.
It's brutal.
LA Confidential.
Yeah, I think I'll take a word out of what Dan's probably going to say. I wouldn't mind either one of these going through because they're both amazing. But I'll go with the Western here. I'll go with Once Upon a Time in the West, just slightly. But Dan?
Yeah, man, these movies are amazing. Both of them are. Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I've rewatched. It's a slightly more rewatchable for me. Is Once Upon a Time in the West. God,
Yeah, no, it's
unbelievable. Yeah, this is
okay. We'll see what happens, Russ.
I'm going to go with LA Confidential by a hair, but I do love both these movies.
Okay, Zach.
Because it's higher on my list to see, LA Confidential.
All right, LA Confidential.
Jonathan
Oh
should
man,
be
it's
happy-
close
be
there.
happy.
All right, so there we go. Okay, all right, moving on to Wayne's World and Her on the other side. Me, I'll go Her. Dan.
yeah. I'm gonna go with her as well.
Okay, Ross.
Her.
Okay, Zach.
Her.
And Brian.
I'm gonna go Wayne's World.
Okay, well, Her moves on to the 8. Casino Royale and Con Air. Dan, back down to you.
Yeah, I love Con Air. And I know Nick Cage had a great decade, but I gotta go with Casino Royale here.
Okay. All right, Russ.
Casino Royale.
Okay. Zach.
Con Air.
Brian.
Casino Royale for the way we've seen.
Okay, and I would have gotten Con Air, but I don't mind either one. Casino Royale moves on. Going down to Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Goon. Ross.
I actually think that Robin Hood Prince of Thieves is like underrated. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Even though I do love Goon, I think Robin Hood's a little better.
Okay, Zach.
Robin Hood.
All right, Brian.
Robin Hood.
I'll go Goon. Dan.
Well, I'm surprised. I swear I would have thought Brian would have went with Goon, but I'm going with Robin Hood Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, being a good Canadian kid, he didn't vote for the Canadian movie.
Yeah, it's a hockey movie. You think
Right.
would
That's
have
right. I know. All right, Robin Hood moves on. Got an interesting lead A going on there. I like this though. I got Spider-Man: No Way Home and The Thing. Zach.
The Thing easily.
Okay, Brian.
No Way Home.
The Thing. Dan.
Yeah, I love Spider-Man No Way Home. I really do love that movie, but it still doesn't compare to The Thing.
Okay, and Russ.
Oh, The Thing easily.
Okay, all right. So we got some favorites in our lead A, but we got some fresh movies as well. So I like it. So far, we got The Thing, LA Confidential, Maltese Falcon, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Raiders, Casino, Her, and The Replacements of all things. So interesting lead 8. I like it. All right. So going to the final 4 here. We'll start with Brian. The Replacements versus Raiders.
Raiders.
Dan. Excuse me. Raiders. Dan.
Raiders.
Ross.
Raiders.
And Zach.
I would have gone with The Replacements.
Interesting. All right. The Raiders in the final 4. Going down to Maltese Falcon and LA Confidential. Both sort of noir movies. I like a little noir matchup. Modern noir and old school noir.
Detective films.
Yeah, detective films, all that kind of stuff. A little crime. Me, I'll go LA Confidential, though. Dan?
Yeah, I wanted Once Upon a Time in the West to get through, but you guys voted LA, so we'll go with LA if that's what the panel wants. Hey, that's fine by me.
We'll see what happens. All right. Ross?
LA Confidential.
Okay. And Zach?
LA Confidential.
And Brian?
And Sweep It, LA.
Sweep it for LA. Okay, there we go.
I'll do it for you, Jonathan. This is not knocked out.
All right. Her versus Casino Royale, Dan?
Yeah, I gotta go. I think Joaquin Phoenix's time has ended. I gotta go with Daniel Craig and James Bond.
Okay. Ross?
James Bond.
Okay. Zach.
Her.
Okay. Brian.
Casino Royale.
And I'll go Casino Royale. So Casino Royale into the final four. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and The Thing. So Ross.
The Thing.
Okay. Zach.
The Thing.
Brian.
I'll go with The Thing.
And I'll go with The Thing. Dan.
Yeah, the thing.
The Thing. All right, clean sweep into the final four. It's always a heavy favorite here on Tournament Fights when it shows up. All right, our final four on the left side. We got some tough matchups here. We got Raiders versus LA Confidential on the left-hand side. That's a tough one. Zach.
Just because I've seen it, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah. I think LA will have a good shot there on the month for 97, so I'll go Raiders.
Yeah, and I've just seen Raiders like 100 times. I've seen LA Confidential about 3 times. So Raiders. Dan?
Yeah, I 81, one of my favorite movie of the year in 1981. I gotta go with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. And Ross?
I'm actually Raiders.
Okay, all right, Raiders in. Yeah, like Brian said, I think LA Confidential, Dan, we're about to do our 1997 ladder series. I think it'll have a good shot to win one of those parts. So I think it'll have another shot very, very soon, actually, in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see it again. Casino Royale and The Thing on the other side. Brian?
I'll go with Casino Royale.
Just to mix it up, because we haven't seen it. We see The Thing on these a lot. I'll go Casino Royale, just to mix it up a little bit. I'll go Casino, sure. Dan?
Well, if we do this properly, we could get 1981 versus 1982. So I'm going to go with
okay.
The Thing.
It's not a bad point. Yeah, not a bad point.
Versace.
Yeah, not bad. We'll see what happens, Ross.
Oh, The Thing. I actually think Thing's a better movie than Casino Royale.
Okay, and Zach, might be down to you.
The Thing.
Thing. Okay. All right. So we do have 1981 versus 1982. Steven Spielberg versus John Carpenter, both masters of their craft here. All right. So a little action adventure versus horror, and we'll see what it ends up. I'm kicking things off. You know what? Let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders on this one. Dan.
Yeah, my favorite movie of 1981, and not one of my favorite. I mean, one of my favorite movies of 1982, but that was such a great year that it didn't end up making my favorite movie of 1982 in my series that I did. But I mean, John Williams, Steven Spielberg, Harrison Ford. I mean, how could you go against Raiders of the Lost Ark here?
All right, we'll see what happens. Ross.
I'm gonna go with Raiders.
Okay, and Zach.
The Thing.
And Brian.
Where is that after what he did it? Raiders of the Lost Ark.
And congratulations, Raiders of the Lost Ark, winning the tournament tonight, taking our mystery tournament. Fun fact, it's always done well in tournaments. It has never won a tournament until tonight.
What?
Congratulations, Raiders of the Lost Ark has never won a tournament until tonight. Yes, hard to believe. Last Crusade has won a tournament, but I had to double check my list twice to make sure, but Raiders has never won a tournament. It seems like it shows up a lot. It does pretty well, and then it just gets knocked out. But yeah, Raiders finally takes home the crown. So congrats to Raiders. Excellent job. I'm sure Dan's happy about that. One of his favorite movies of all time. So there you go. Congrats to
very
Raiders.
proud for that.
Yeah, nicely done there. And there we have it. Just a little over an hour, guys. Nicely done. So I love it. Just a little over an hour. Yeah, we did it.
Are you kidding me?
Hey,
I don't
man,
believe you.
these mystery shows go pretty quick. Like I said, our last one we did went about an hour and 10, so not too bad. And yeah, just no real theme. So again, anything can win, and not like a year theme or anything like that. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, congrats to Raiders. So Raiders takes it tonight. Great job there. So I'll be trying to pull something very quickly off screen while you guys do a plug. So I'm going to do my best to scramble and do that. But I'll do the best I can. But Dan, plug away, sir. Thanks for joining us. Sure you're happy about Raiders winning. What you got to plug, sir?
Yeah, I love these mystery turns because you never know what you're going to get, and you don't take it serious. I don't take these serious. I just have fun with it, and you can see how I came out dressed as Maximus. But I got a lot to plug here. So I am a film critic in Orlando, Florida. I'm the owner, editor-in-chief, and head film critic for right down there FromTheFourthRow.com. You can go see my Wicked review, my Gladiator 2 review. They're all up there right now.
Also, I am part of the Real Consideration podcast, where myself and my co-host Luis Mendez, all we do is talk about award season, and we break down all the categories in the Academy Awards, and we have various guests. We got JD Duran from In Session coming on this Sunday, talk about score and cinematography. Also, I bet you can find me. My 128 is coming up in January, a little over a month away. So, let me know if some people want to jump in on that. I want to get some people, give people opportunities to get in on that in January. We'll see. It's hard to get, people sometimes, but that'll be a lot of fun. Remember, I don't have any chop liver matchups in my 128. So you can ask Austin. I already gave him my list.
Okay.
I might have to make a couple tweaks of that.
Look it over again. I don't know if I still have it on me, but just look it over again. Yeah, make sure it's what you want. You don't have to send it to me until about a week before. So, tweak your list. Make sure it's what you want. You got plenty of time. So make sure it's what you want before you send it to me, and then send it in whatever order you want, because it's going to get randomized. Anyways, all right. Anything else, Dan? Or
yeah. Well, I'm also over on the Chasing Labels Network. My friends Steven and Andrew, that's a physical media YouTube channel. It's basically about Blu-rays and 4Ks and all that kind of stuff. So that's a lot of fun with those guys. Also, I've been over with the Dill Pickle Network on Picture This 5 times. Hopefully we'll be on there a few more times in the near future. Those guys reevaluate the Academy Awards, but they also have trivia. They also have various other types of stuff. Dylan and Chad, good guys. They've been over here on the Movie Hero Network a few times. Hopefully I get some of these episodes in the can for 2025. Supposedly Bleacher Features is going to have a new home on the Movie Hero Network. I just got to get some episodes in the can here as we start putting these episodes out in January. But I'm hoping to bring Bleacher Features back in 2025. So if you're interested in talking about a sports movie with me, just get on the list. The list is growing. So,
All right. Well, Ross, anything you want to plug?
I'm gonna be on. Last night, we did the awards roundtable, which Dan's been on multiple times, and he'll be on more. And then also this Tuesday coming up, we're gonna be doing a triple feature review of Wicked, Gladiator 2, and The Piano Lesson. So yeah, look out for that.
Okay. All right. Zach, anything you want to plug? What you got going on?
Letterboxd and YouTube at Movie Fan Z. You can find me on this channel a good amount. Multiplex, the Pierce Co. doing ASAT, Lights Out Trivia, just a lot of different places. And I always enjoy doing these. These are fun. I'm also excited Raiders won. Raiders is a top 30 movie for me. The Thing is a top 10 movie, so it was really close, but still a good matchup. So thanks for having me.
No, thanks for being on. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's in my 64 as well. Raiders will always be there because I had that Indiana Jones trilogy box set growing up. So I watched those movies over and over and over again. So it'll always be one of my favorites. Brian, what you got going on?
Yeah, you can probably do Trivia Spaces, Multiplex, Lights Out Trivia, Pierce Co. I'll be here a lot next week. I'll be here for the Beetlejuice recast on Monday. I believe about Chris Goss TV shows on Tuesday, and Friday, the best tournament of all, the Happy Madison tournament.
Happy Madison. Dan, don't watch that. There's going to be a lot of bad movies on it. So, a lot of Rob Schneiders and Kevin Jameses and Nick Swartzen. Yeah, it is not up your alley. So,
Chris Farley.
Boo, there you go. All right. So, that'll be on Friday. And I don't have, as much to plug as Jordan usually has. Obviously, I'll just plug kind of as far as what I know is on the network over the next, 2 weeks or so. We got our Beetlejuice recast coming up next Monday. So Brian will be there, Jordan will be there, Richie will be there. We'll be doing our next episode of Recast. That'll be a lot of fun. We got Chris Scott's top 64 TV shows for his birthday on Tuesday, so he'll be there doing that. As Brian said, Black Friday will be Happy Madison, a little tournament going on there. So a lot of Shabadoo action, Shabadoo adjacent, if you will. And then I didn't write down what's on the week after that. Jordan has that, but I think we're getting into the 1997 series shortly after that. So the Christmas tournament. That's right. So we're going to be mixing up. Some episodes are going to be the Christmas, the holiday movie tournament. That's going to be a lot like our horror tournament we did, where it's just random matchups from Flickchart for holiday movies. So that should be a lot of fun. 4 parts of those, and then in December we'll be doing 1997. So LA Confidential will get another shot in there, I'm sure, as will some other movies. And then our 2 recast episodes. I'll go ahead and tell you in December will be Christmas adjacent recasts. We'll be doing one for Home Alone and then Die Hard. So fantasy recasting of both of those movies. So that should be a lot of fun as well. Those will be our kind of December recast. So that's everything we got going on here on the Movie Hero Network. So we'll wrap it up there for tonight. So thank you guys for being on. Appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who tuned in and watched. So for Dan, Skip Allen, for Ross, for Zach, for Brian, I am Austin Pez Howell, your host for the evening, and we'll see you guys next time.
The Lost Ark.
The Bible speaks of the ark leveling mountains and laying waste to entire regions. An army which carries the ark before it is invincible.
Professor of archaeology, expert on the occult, obtainer of rare antiquities. You're a man of many talents. Over the last 2 years, the Nazis have had teams of archaeologists running around the world looking for all kinds of religious artifacts.
Did you guys ever go to Sunday school?
The Ark. Death has always surrounded it. It is not of this earth.
In Vienna, Joe. Always knew someday you'd come walking back through my door.
Archaeology is our religion. Look at this. It's worthless. And buried in the sand for 1,000 years, it becomes priceless. Men will kill for it. Men like you and me.
We are simply passing through history. This is history.
Who knows? In 1,000 years, even you may be worth something.
Son of a...